What happens when NBA players completely lose it on referees? From throwing mouthpieces to full-on shoving matches, some of the league's biggest stars have let their tempers fly, and the refs were in the crosshairs.
It looked like he headbutted him. If he did.
Fred VanVleet was just thrown out of the game.
Freddie's got to be careful.
Good toss, there it is. Scott Foster says goodbye.
But it goes deeper than just heat-of-the-moment drama. What if I told you some of these refs weren't just bad, they were dirty? Today, we're diving into the most disrespectful, outrageous, and straight-up criminal clashes between NBA players and the officials. Make sure you stay until the end, because the truth behind one referee's rigged games might just change the way you watch basketball forever. Number 1. When the calm ones snap. Even the most composed NBA stars have breaking points. Take Steph Curry. Twice, he lost it completely. First, in the 2016 finals, after fouling out in a tight game, he hurled his mouthpiece in frustration and nailed a fan in the front row.
He's going to get it with a technical. He throws his mouthpiece. Steph Curry apologizes to the fan, but lost his temper.
Then in 2023, another meltdown led to him getting ejected again.
I don't think that was in reaction to anything that happened with the official.
When Steph, the league's golden child, starts throwing things and getting tossed, you know it's bad.
Curry has been ejected.
And Joel Embiid, one ejection turned him into a walking nightmare.
Just teed up Joel Embiid. Embiid
Storming off with eyes full of rage, refs had to back away like their lives depended on it. Number 2. The Chris Paul curse. But no feud runs deeper than Chris Paul versus Scott Foster.
Toss, there it is. Scott Foster says goodbye. And now.
It all started in 2008, and since then, Paul has lost 13 straight playoff games with Foster officiating.
Say Bobby, the chants he's been hearing throughout these playoffs.
Foster even once yelled at CP3's son in the tunnel. Yeah, it got personal.
It's personal. We had a situation some years ago, and it's personal. Everybody knows it's been a meeting and all that, and it's just a situation with my son, and so it's okay with a ref talking, saying whatever, saying just don't use a tech to get your point across. You know what I mean? So
it's to the point where fans believe Foster has a vendetta against Paul. And the worst part? Foster's still getting playoff games to this day. Number 3. Disrespect at its peak. Some players take things too far. Fred VanVleet nearly poked a ref's eye out after a blown call, and it cost him $50,000.
Now, Fred VanVleet was just thrown out of the game.
Freddie's got to be careful. Hopefully he didn't make contact with the referee.
Yeah, that's not good.
Amir Johnson? He got ejected after throwing his mouthpiece right at a ref's back. Yeah, that earned a suspension.
He gets a hold of the ball from David, and David's trying to get it back, and then Johnson, for whatever reason, kind of loses his cool here. And you don't need two technicals to be ejected, as David Jones, the veteran, shows you. He chucks him, and then watch Johnson. They're trying to get him out.
Even Isaiah Thomas caught a quick ejection after touching a ref's arm. In this league, if you make contact with an official, intentional or not, you're gone.
Wow. Isaiah Thomas has been ejected 88 seconds into the game for what they're calling a hostile act to an official.
Number 4. When things got physical. And sometimes it gets physical. Nick Van Exel once shoved a ref across the scorer's table. 7-game suspension.
Have been called, argued the case, and watch what happened. This is Ron Gerritsen. Van Exel walks away, turns, and just hidden by Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson? He bumped a ref just days after Van Exel's incident and got tossed immediately. And then there's Rasheed Wallace. Number 5. Rasheed Wallace, the ref terror. Rasheed Wallace's entire career was a war on referees. He got technicals for staring. He set a record with 42 techs in one season.
Whack! Get out! Get away from me, Steve. Get away from me, Steve. He didn't say a word. Technical foul, Wallace. He's gone. No, not right. I asked him 3 times to stop staring at me to try to intimidate me. I'm done. He's gone.
And after losing the 2010 finals, he stormed into the ref's locker room. Rasheed once told an official, "You only got power for 48 minutes. What about when I see your ass off the court?" Yeah, he meant every word. Number 6. The Allen Iverson setup. Allen Iverson's battles with refs weren't just personal, they were political.
And there goes Iverson. Somebody needs to grab him, make sure he doesn't touch the official. But John Goble.
In Detroit, they called phantom fouls and swallowed whistles on obvious hacks. Eventually, AI snapped. After one sketchy ejection, he reportedly told ref Steve Javi, "I'll kill you." That led to retaliation. Refs started calling carry violations every chance they got. Tim Donaghy later admitted they conspired against him.
He had threatened one of our officials, and the NBA fined him $25,000. And we felt as a group that he should have been suspended. And because he wasn't, we felt like we would teach him a lesson.
One ref even bet against Iverson's team in games he worked.
Carry some of this anger, some of this frustration, some of this edge. Take it from the...
That's not just beef, that's match fixing. Number 7, the ref with mob ties. That brings us to Tim Donaghy. This ref wasn't just bad, he was dirty. He worked with a gambling ring, leaked info to bettors, and manipulated calls in real games. And the most infamous moment, Game 6, 2002 Western Conference Finals. The Kings were about to beat the Lakers, but the whistle wouldn't stop blowing. 27 free throws for LA in the fourth quarter. Elbows ignored, fouls created out of thin air. Donaghy later confirmed it. The NBA wanted a Game 7, and they made sure they got it. Number 8, when the ref crosses the line. But not all wrongdoing comes from the players. Jeff Teague once claimed a ref called his mom and aunt those hoes during a game.
Yo, some motherfucker with the big ass eyebrows. Tony brother, cool. I don't like him either. He was trying to be cool. I was a youngin'. My mama, we playing at the Pacers on the Hawks. My mama and my aunt Niecy was sitting courtside. And, they had my jersey. They cheering and shit every time I came in the game, whatever. I was young. I probably my first, second year, maybe my second year.
Right.
And he, pulled me to the side. He was like, man, who them hoes? I lost it.
And while the ref later apologized, that's a line you just don't cross. These refs aren't always innocent, and sometimes they abuse their power. Some players push back, but others, they explode. Number 9, from accidents to aggression. Rodman once headbutted a ref, then threw his jersey into the crowd like a mic drop.
It looked like he headbutted him.
If he did, I don't know if he just was trying to make his point. They're trying to grab him, and now he throws his jersey back out of court, very upset.
Austin Rivers, he caught a ref with an accidental elbow and still got tossed. The rules are clear. You touch a ref, you're out.
On Austin Rivers, and he's liable to get fined if he doesn't get off here quickly.
But sometimes the refs touch the game a little too much too. Number 10, NBA players versus referees. It's a war that's been quietly raging for decades. From Steph Curry's mouthpiece to Rashid's threats to Donaghy's mob ties, this isn't just about bad calls. It's about power, respect, control, and sometimes it's about money and corruption at the highest level. Want more NBA chaos, conspiracies, and stories the league doesn't want you to hear? Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And let me know in the comments, which player versus ref moment was the craziest to you?